Welcome back. In this video, we're gluing a combination that's quickly becoming a modern classic on the Butterfly Fan Zhendong ALC, Dignix 09C on the forehand and Dignix 05 on the backhand. Let's start with the blade itself. The FZD ALC is often described by users on forums like Table Tennis Daily and Megaspin as a slightly more controlled and balanced version of the legendary Viscaria. It has the same outer ALC construction but offers a bit more dwell time and a more direct feeling, making it incredibly well balanced between spin, control, and speed. It's a blade that rewards good technique but remains very playable. For this first combo, we're pairing it with two of Butterfly's top-tier rubbers. On the forehand, the Dignix 09C. This is a hybrid rubber with a slightly tacky topsheet and a very firm sponge. On forums, players coming from a Chinese rubber background, like the Hurricane 3, often find the 09C to be a logical step. It offers that controlled, linear feel on the forehand side, meaning the power you put in is exactly what you get out. It's fantastic for generating heavy spin on loops and serves, and its lower catapult effect makes the short game very precise. It truly shines when you can step in and attack with a full swing. On the backhand, we have the Dignix 05. This is a completely different beast. It's a high-tension tensor rubber with a massive catapult effect. While the 09C is linear, the 05 is explosive. On the backhand, this translates to easy power generation on flicks, blocks, and drives close to the table. One user on Table Tennis Daily perfectly described using this exact combo, noting that the D05 on the backhand is fast and direct, while the D09C on the forehand offers more control and a higher, safer arc. This combination gives you the best of both worlds, the controlled, spin-heavy forehand of a hybrid, and the explosive, reactive backhand of a classic tensor. It's a setup that feels right at home on the FZD ALC, complementing its B. In this session, we're creating a setup that blends classic Chinese offensive philosophy with modern European control, the DHS Hurricane 3 Blue Sponge National on the forehand, and the Dignix 09C on the backhand, all on the Fan Zhendong ALC. The FZD ALC blade is a fantastic platform for this. Reviews consistently mention that it has a slightly higher throw angle than some other ALC blades, which complements hard Chinese rubbers perfectly. It helps lift the ball over the net while you focus on generating heavy spin. Now, the forehand rubber. This is the DHS Hurricane 3 Neo National Blue Sponge. On Chinese forums and among high-level players, the national version is sought after for its tighter quality control. Though many agree the provincial version is 99% of the way there for non-professionals. The key feature is the hard, dense blue sponge and the ultra-tacky top sheet. This combination is designed for one thing: devastating spin. It requires a very active, high swing speed technique to fully activate, but when you do, the ball arcs dramatically and kicks forward off the bounce. It's relatively dead on soft touches, which gives you godlike control in the short game, but transforms into a monster on a full power loop. Many players on forums like Reddit note that switching to H3 from a bouncy rubber like Tenergy forces you to improve your technique because you can no longer rely on the rubber's catapult. On the backhand, we have the Dignix 09C again. But here, it plays a different role. On the backhand side, the 09C's harder sponge and controlled nature provide a stable and predictable platform. It's less bouncy than a Tenergy or Dignix 05, making blocking and short pushes against heavy spin much safer. One forum user on Table Tennis Daily mentioned using H3 on the forehand and D09C on the backhand, finding the 09C to be a much easier and more controllable partner for the demanding H3 on the other side. This combo on the FZD ALC is for the player who wants to dictate play with a heavy, spin-oriented forehand but needs a reliable, controlled, and spinny backhand to set up the point. For our third gluing video, we're putting together a setup that many would consider the perfect balance of power and feel: the DHS Hurricane 3 Provincial Blue Sponge on the forehand, paired with the legendary Tenergy 05 on the backhand. Mounted on the Fan Zhendong ALC, as we've discussed, the FZD ALC is a superb blade. It's known for its excellent feedback and dwell time, which allows you to feel the ball sink into the rubber before being launched by the ALC layers. This quality is key for both rubbers we're using today. On the forehand, we have the DHS Hurricane 3 Neo Provincial Blue Sponge. This is a slightly more accessible version of the national rubber we used in the last video. But it retains all the core characteristics. The blue sponge is harder and reacts more powerfully to boosting than the orange sponge version, offering a lower, longer trajectory and a massive top-end speed when you really commit to the shot. It's still extremely tacky, making serves and short pushes incredibly spinny and deceptive. It's a rubber that demands a strong physical commitment on every forehand loop, but the reward is a shot that is incredibly heavy and difficult to block. On the backhand, we have the rubber that changed modern table tennis, the Tenergy 05. Where the H3 is linear and demanding, the Tenergy 05 is lively and dynamic. Its spring sponge technology provides a high catapult effect, making it much easier to generate speed and spin on the backhand with a compact stroke. On a blade like the FZD ALC, which has a bit more feel than a standard Viscaria, the Tenergy 05 feels incredibly connected. One reviewer on Megaspin noted that this combination with T05 on the forehand felt perfect for looping, generating a lot of spin and power. Here, we're putting it on the backhand, where its high throw angle and easy spin generation make it perfect for opening against backspin and for active blocking. This setup on the Fan Zhendong ALC represents the classic modern attacker's toolkit: a spin-dominant, high-precision forehand side, and a fast, spinny, and dynamic backhand. It's a versatile and dangerous combination.
Nice.